Hi guys, I am here with a story from the book I got like last year for Christmas from Guidepost that I ordered. This year is called Joy to the World, The Joys of Christmas. Here's the picture of the story I'm going to read to you guys tonight. These books for Christmas always have such beautiful pictures in them. I mean, really, really pretty pictures. Okay, this one is by B.J. Connor from Salisbury, North Carolina. And it is called A Trip to the Holy Land. Winter 2020 in Jerusalem's Old City almost felt like a homecoming for my husband, Michael, and me. It was my third trip to the Holy Land, his fifth. We had returned to one of our favorite guest houses along the Via Dolorosa, the route Jesus is said to have taken on his way to Calvary. We watched crowds of pilgrims from around the world walk in his steps on the cobblestone streets lined with the stations of the cross that commemorated his journey and his suffering. Thanks, babe. Built in the 1800s, the guest house was run by a small community of Christians with occasional help from the guests themselves. Wait, I almost see this. If I missed that part, almost start because I was talking sure. We watched crowds of pilgrims from around the world walk in the steps on the cobblestone streets lined with stations of the cross that commemorated his journey and his suffering. Built in the 1800s, the guest house was run by a small community of Christians with occasional help from the guests themselves. I want to go there so bad. The rooftop terraces of the honey-collared Jerusalem stone building overlooked the skyline with its gold domes and crosses. Distant hilltop gardens bloomed with olive trees and date palms. The air rang with the sounds of church bells, pilgrims singing in the streets, and muezzins calling Muslims to prayer. Mike and I felt God's presence on the Via Dolorosa over the years, though we had become increasingly aware of the region's deep religious divisions. Thank you. Amid the political strife, and violence that made the headlines, it could be hard to remember that Jesus' birth is nearby. Bethlehem was heralded with the words, "Peace on earth and goodwill toward humankind." One morning, I was pitching in at the reception desk, my favorite place to serve. It was where I met Malika, a Muslim Palestinian who lived in Jerusalem and worked at the guest house part-time. She was kind and gracious and full of stories. Both grandmothers, we made an instant connection and became friends. The reception desk was in the vaulted stone lobby. All day it resounded with tours of pilgrims who came to see all that the building had to offer. Chatting with Malika that morning, I noticed a little girl making her way through the lobby toward us. She was adorable, wearing a purple coat, pink scarf, and a knit hat. She appeared to be alone. She parked herself in front of the desk and eyed a rack of postcards. A little hand reached forward and plucked down a postcard. The girl gazed wide-eyed at the card, then reached for another. "Is your mommy or daddy here?" I asked, looking around to see if I could spot the girl's parents. Just then, a woman wearing a tour guide badge entered the lobby. She surveyed the room and saw her relief upon spotting the little girl. This was a moment that could happen nowhere but here, one of the holiest sites in all of Christendom, the crossroads of the world. The girl noticed her too, smiled, and held up the postcard for her to see. The tour guide, who was Israeli, spoke gently to the girl in Hebrew, then said to Malika and me in English, "I hope my daughter is not bothering you. It's her birthday, and I told her she could come to work with me." "How old are you?" I asked the girl. 8, she said, after some prompting from her mother. Malika and I sang happy birthday, as grandmothers do. "Please keep the postcard as a gift," I said. "What's your name?" The girl turned shy. "Sapir," said her mother. "It means sapphire." We adopted her from Russia when she was 10 months old. Her older brother picked her name because he said his little sister would be like a jewel for him. "What a beautiful name," I said. "May we take a picture together?" I came around to the other side of the reception desk and sat on a bench with Sapir and her mother. Sapir rested her head on my shoulder. Malika held up my cell phone to frame the shot. I realized this was a moment that could happen nowhere else. We were in one of the holiest sites in all of Christendom, a crossroads of the world. Here we were together, a Christian grandmother, a Muslim grandmother, a Jewish mother, and a girl adopted from far away, Russia. Sapir, her mother, and I pressed in close. I put my arm around Sapir. We smiled for the photograph, all of us united in a happy celebration. "Thank you for the postcard," said the tour guide. "Happy birthday, Malika." And I said to Sapir. Mother and daughter said goodbye to us, and off they went to rejoin the tour group. I would forget that amidst upheaval anywhere in the world, she wouldn't forget. I wouldn't forget that amidst upheaval anywhere in the world, the words that herald Jesus' birth remain true. God continues to bring peace on earth and goodwill toward humankind, even in our most fleeting interactions. And here's a picture of that woman, B.J. Connor, and her husband Michael explored the streets of Jerusalem in their trusty Achille hats. Here's a picture of them together. Alright, and now I got the Circle of Kindness to read for you guys. So full. I can't, it's too full.
You can't drink it. It will collapse.
I always put it so full.
But it's not that full.
It's running over almost.
It's a drink.
How can I?
It's a drink.
It's dumping on me, see?
Now it ain't. I see nothing.
Yes, it is.
Now it ain't. It's all in your imagination.
I always tell you not to do that.
It's all in your
It's in my
imagination.
hair and everywhere.
It's all in your imagination. Now, do the circle of kindness.
Sorry, guys. Sure did that on purpose.
No, I didn't.
He's always doing that. I tell him not to fill it.
I
so
did not do it on purpose. did it because you're thirsty.
My mouth. He's trying to do a nice thing, and look, I don't appreciate it.
See what I did? I did a nice thing, now you just throw it in my face.
Always spills them.
I always feel because I make you happy. And I can't.
My shirt's soaked now. Stop.
See what happens? You never make her happy. See?
Stop.
I'll just make her thirsty now.
Stop.
Let her tongue stick her roof of her mouth
That what it was about to.
so she can't talk.
Let's do the circle of kindness. You want to read one?
No.
Why?
No.
Read two?
No.
3?
I get it.
Why? Why? Are you sad? Why are you sad? Why are you pointing at me? What did I do? What did I do? What? What did I do? Let's read them. The first one is by Lynette Samuel Augusta from Georgia. Do you want a cheeseburger? You want a sticker? You want me to come sit on your lap? Come here, I'll rock you. Come here. Let me rock you. They kept my daughter safe. My daughter Crystal was on her way to school when she called to say, "Mom, I had a blowout on the highway." I tried to ask questions when suddenly I heard an unfamiliar woman's voice. "Ma'am, your daughter is shaking," she said, and explained what had happened on that busy interstate. Her husband had managed to get Crystal's car out of the ditch where she'd landed after swerving right, left, and right again. "I won't leave your daughter until somebody gets here," the woman said. "I often think about this and pray for that couple who pulled over and helped Crystal when she was in trouble. I am comforted to know that there are people willing to stop and help someone in need." Amen, that's right. Because it's a fact. As we know, some people just drive right on by. Ain't that right? They just go right on by you. Okay, and this one is Elizabeth Erlandson from New Jersey. She helped me load my boxes. Since my husband's 2 open heart surgeries, I do all the grocery shopping. I had just finished shopping at Costco and had a cart full of items. I was about to start loading everything into the trunk of my car when another customer who was on her way into the store walked over and offered to help me. I thanked her but politely declined, assuring her that I could manage. But she insisted and said, "That box looks too heavy. Let me lift it for you." I was truly touched by her kindness and relieved that I didn't have to load everything myself. Yeah, that's true. She looks like an elderly lady, too. She probably really needed, really needed help with heavy boxes. It's sad that, a lot of people that need the help don't have it. And the last one is by Julie Parrish from Elk, Washington. He made my birthday special. It was my birthday, and I had an appointment at a local clinic. I was feeling down because no one had contacted me yet to tell me happy birthday. I was sitting in the waiting room and began talking to this man who was waiting too. I told him it was my birthday. Then I went to my appointment. When I was walking back through the waiting room after I was done, that man gave me a handful of money. Oh my God. He said, "Take it and have a happy birthday." I was so blessed. I walked out with the love and kindness of a stranger who made my birthday special. Can you believe it? That was probably an angel. Angel sent by God. Just to let her know that she was special and she was loved. And somebody did care. You know, an angel in disguise. Because what a coincidence, right? Alright guys, so that is everything tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the story out of our Joy to the World Christmas book and the Circle of Kindness. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another story. Bye guys. God bless.